how do 72 episodes? Yeah,
72.
we're professional.
Dude,
We know what we're doing.
We just went through our
Third
second
rebrand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, we had the original, then yeah,
Yeah.
second rebrand. I don't know.
Thanks for being here.
This episode brought to you by sleep. If you're tired, try sleep
Try sleep
or purple.
or purple. What flavor is that? Purple?
Remember last week I said I was so connected I could taste purple. Here we are.
A week later, he's tasting purple,
Dude,
y'all.
funny story about these. The Monster Ultraviolet Zero Sugars, when I worked at Sweetwater,
Yeah.
Mike would call me and he'd be like, hey, you want to go get a purple? I'm like, yeah, dude.
Give some of that lean.
And then when we would just go into Not Ready and then just go downstairs, get a purple, walk back upstairs, drink it. 2 hours later, I need another purple.
You guys are nutty, dude.
Dude, working sales at Sweetwater, all we did, we were literally, they say your body's like, what, 70% water?
Yeah.
It was like 70% water, 28% Monster.
2% blood. I feel like that's not good for you.
Haven't died yet.
Fair point.
Knock on wood. Okay, yeah.
Welcome, everybody. What an intro to episode 72. Thanks for coming back. If this is not your first episode, and if this is your first episode, welcome to the wonderful world that is the Midwest Sad Boys podcast. I am, as always, I am Jim.
And I'm still Jason.
Still Jason. And today, this portion of today's episode is, of course, brought to you by none other than Dubby. Visit the boys over at dubby.gg. Use code SADBOYS at checkout. Save 10% off your order. Drink more water, unlike this gooberoni over here drinking non-sponsored purple energy drinks.
At 8:20 p.m.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Stay-at-home dad life. I'm jealous. Yeah. I have to go to work at 8 in the morning, so.
Dude, I forgot what day it was today. I thought we had scouts tonight. That's tomorrow.
Oh, scouts is on Thursday?
Yeah.
Noted.
My days are all.
So what's on the schedule for not training tomorrow? What not are we learning?
No. For anybody out there who isn't caught on, so my son is in Cub Scouts. He's a Tiger Scout.
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely yeah.
And I am being roped into becoming a Tiger Scout leader, like of that den, because I filled out an application and paid the fee, thinking I had to do it to participate with him. That's not true. You did not have to do that. Someone clearly was like
bamboozled you.
Yeah, I got bamboozled. But here we are. Now I have to be a Tiger Den leader, and I don't know the oath. I don't know the Scout promise. I got nothing down. These kids know more than I do.
Scouts honor, man. My dad was he was pretty high up in the Boy Scouts when my brothers were younger. My brothers weren't in. Neither was I. Boy Scouts, but my dad was a Boy Scout, Cub Scout, Boy Scout. He was Eagle Scout. I don't know. He was one of them.
Oh.
And then he was I don't know, probably some den leader or whatever thing. He went on to all kinds of camping trips, and I was like, dude, sleeping outside ain't for me. I don't know how you're gonna do it, because I know I couldn't do it.
Look, here's exactly what's going to happen.
Your standards are a lot higher than mine.
We're going to go one time. I wouldn't say my standards are higher. I literally went to a camping trip in New York with no electricity in the cabin.
But did you sleep on the ground?
No, they had cots.
Oh, of course, right? Yeah. So same, but different, but still same.
But I mean, here's the thing: I would not sleep outside in the open. If I have a tent, okay.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
My back will absolutely not agree with me at all.
Yeah, so you're going to be useless the following day. So is it really worth? Find out next week.
We'll go for one trip, and then we'll determine our future in the Scouts.
Fair. Hey, you give it one try. You gave it the old college effort, and then we can move on from there.
Yep.
So what not are we learning?
I don't
answered.
I don't know.
You got to teach them like a double hitch or like.
Honestly, I don't know any of those.
A loop-de-loop and pool. Now your shoes.
Then your shoes are looking cool.
Yep,
yeah,
there you go. That's the only knot that you really need,
dude.
That's the only important knot. Let's be real.
It really is. That's like the most important.
That's why Christmas presents come tied in that knot, because it's easy to untie. And your shoes, they look really cool when you loop-de-loop and pull.
Dude, if you're not looking cool, what are you
even doing?
I don't know.
So, yeah, stay-at-home life. You forgot that it was Wednesday.
I'd like forget what days it is. So like, my calendar on my phone is the most organized thing I have on my phone.
Yeah. How many text messages are you up to? 230, everyone. The number, I think, is going down, maybe, from last
I hope
time?
so, but like,
You do have a lot of stuff
I
on
got
your
my
calendar.
calendar like
That is a very
out,
colorful
dude.
calendar.
Like, it tells me when my payments are due. It tells me when I have activities, when I have shoots. I have a special calendar with Taylor, so she knows, like, hey, he's doing a real estate shoot today. Got to be home early, or like, I got it down, dude. Going on a trip, it's in there. Like,
businessman, listen to him running his Outlook calendar or his Apple calendar. Man's important. Man's got
everybody out there
appointments.
paying for all these crazy apps to run your business. I'm over here using iCal
for free 99.
Free 99, buddy. It's built in. It's more powerful than you think.
Hey, if anybody wants me to like balance their books for them, you just let me know. Hit me up, slide in the DMs. I'm always down to clown.
You can balance my business books.
I don't think you have a bank account for the business yet.
We're gonna get there.
We're getting there.
I'm still paying taxes, so that's all that really matters at this point.
Honestly, that's more than we can say for some individuals out there. Looking at you, guy running for president. Oh, sorry. Yeah, moving on.
Oh, yeah.
But sorry, taxes. Sorry. I'm not going to fall down that rabbit hole.
Taxes. I think there's a lot of people who have a lot of money that don't pay taxes.
Yeah. Looking at you, guy who bought the social media platform, changed his name, and then fucking ran it into the ground.
Who would have thought X was a good one?
Yeah, what the? That's just ridiculous.
I'll never understand.
Yeah, I don't understand how they cheat and they somehow still win. Like, they get caught cheating and they still don't get in trouble.
Remember,
like, what the fuck?
Remember, what do you say? Legal for a fee?
Yeah, it's legal for a fee. It's bullshit. And then they don't even have to pay the fee, so it doesn't make any sense.
You know what? We're going to use this to segue.
We like segues.
We love segues here at the Midwest Sideways podcast. We're going to segue into my first topic that I have tonight.
Yes.
So,
what you got?
the new guitar processor I have over there.
Oh, yeah, that little box with some knobs and some buttons and some cords plugged into it.
Yep. So for any musician out there, it's the Neural DSP, their Nano Cortex.
Dude, that sounded like something that Elon made.
Yeah, it sounds like it belongs in space.
I feel like if you plugged your body into that, like, you'd probably sound like a robot.
Honestly?
Just shove a cord up your ass.
Is that where the input jack is? No. Anyway,
it's in the front with the docking.
Yeah, you got to dock. Anyway. Yeah. So the reason I want to bring that up is because it just came out, but there was like a whole bunch of like weird leaks and stuff.
Ooh.
And I guess like what I wanted to talk about was companies or businesses, movies, anything who leak information on products or movies or anything intentionally to gain more interest.
Like, what's the most recent one? Is this what you're referring to?
Yeah, this is what I was referring to. So Neural DSP is really good at their marketing where they'll have a picture, you can't tell what it is, and you can kind of see a little bit of something. It'll say soon, sooner, soonest, or something like that.
Sooner, son.
Yeah, like, and then they have like the release.
Right.
But apparently this leaked a while ago.
Ooh.
And there was like some real confusion around it and the whole thing. And like it built up a lot of anticipation. So when it finally came out, like this thing sold like tens of thousands, like day one.
Okay. And it was a hot item.
Right. So like my question was like, do you think that some companies intentionally leak information to draw more hype around their product, whether it be from like social media influencers or YouTubers or other musicians, and same goes for like movies. Like, we had a prime example with like Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
We all know Ryan Reynolds leaked that.
Which one?
The Deadpool 1 to get it made.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So like, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm wholeheartedly on board for it. One would say I'm here for it.
Ooh, love being here for it.
I do think that there are times when shit does come out unintentionally, But then, it has a very positive feedback where, ooh, did you see so-and-so's album got leaked? Oh, that new track that just got leaked. And you're like, all right, I'll check it out. Like, whatever. This is way back when CDs were more popular versus streaming services for those children. Gen Alpha's listening, when you had to actually buy physical media.
Disc. You had to like put it in a CD player.
And then put on wired headphones. Wild times we lived in.
You're listening to it on the bus on your portable CD player, and you really hope you don't hit a bump and your CD skips.
You get a remix from that point on. But yeah, dude, absolutely. I feel like there are times when shit gets leaked unintentional, and then it has positive, like I said, positive feedback. I mean that shit used to happen for CDs all the time.
Yeah,
movie trailers. I remember I had a friend. This is kind of related. Strange rabbit hole, but related. I had a friend who worked at GameStop many a moons ago, and he got his hands on a copy of Modern Warfare 2 like a week before it came out, because they shipped them to this is way back before you could buy
digital copies.
Electronic copies? Yeah, digital copies of games, and everything was still physical media. And then he was like, hey man, you want to like play it? And I was like, will I like get my account back? He's like, oh no, all the magazine writers, they're all testing it right now. So like so I popped it in, got on, played Modern Warfare a week before it came out. Wow. So like, and then I went out and bought my own copy of it because like, why not? But yeah, dude, like absolutely shit gets leaked to drum up. And then now, we can't even trust the internet. Like you said, like, is it intentional? Was it unintentional?
Right.
Half the time, these unintentional leaks, the phone call probably came from within.
Well, so for example, I'm thinking of intentional or unintentional leaks. Mm-hmm. When I worked at Sweetwater, there was the company Moog. They make synthesizers. Mm-hmm. Very famous for their synths. They planned this whole big launch. I think it was the Moog 1, if I'm remembering correctly. It was so many years ago. But they planned this whole big launch. Sweetwater was the exclusive partner.
Ooh.
Right? So they're like, hey, we're showing you guys this.
Don't
very
say
much
nothing.
NDA, like big deal. And people were calling in and like, hey, have you heard about it? And then everyone's like, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. No,
never. They definitely don't have one on my desk. What?
Except for one guy who was like, oh, yeah, man, absolutely. And our system was called 4D, where you could go in and see all the product notes and availability, shipping times, whatever. Dude, Command-C copied and pasted it to an email to this customer. And apparently he just thought nothing of it. And it got put up on Reddit.
Yikers, dude.
Ruined the entire launch. So Moog backed out of the exclusive launch.
Arnar.
Like, dude,
does this dude get fired?
Up. No.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's crazy.
And dude, everyone was like, what's happening?
Yeah, like, bro, how did you just cost us a huge ass contract and you not get canned? Like, what? What?
Mind blowing.
That's wild.
Like, you did something wrong, but you didn't do anything. Well, I mean, technically you did something illegal because you had an NDA.
Yeah.
But like,
did he sign it though, or did like the Sweetwater sign?
Kind of like, okay, if you don't work for Sweetwater, get out of the theater.
Yeah.
People when leaves the theater and they're like, all right, NDA. So like, technically, you're right.
Yeah.
It's like a verbal agreement.
Yeah.
But there's no like contractual, which is probably why
he didn't
get fired.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I just thought it was interesting because it made me think about it. Like, man, I wonder if like that's kind of like a low key way of like drumming up extra excitement about a product. Because like, dude, every video that I saw for like 4 or 5 days was about that thing.
Right.
And it was like, the new Nano Cortex. Is it good? Is it bad? You should get it. But should you? And like all the like weird clickbait titles. And it's like,
so you know nothing, but here I am watching.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I listen to all these people talk about it, and I'm like, I don't care either way. Like, I already bought one, so like, it's gonna be here on Monday, you know. And like, I get it. And I'm like, this thing is sick. I don't care about what any of you said.
Yeah, and that also, just goes to show that sometimes like someone else's opinion might not fucking matter.
And dude, being a photographer and being in this industry, like I see it so much where people who do like tech reviews, they're like probably the worst because they're like, oh, well, this processor and this many frames per second, this many, it has a illuminated back shutter like sensor. I'm like, wait, what does any of this matter?
Yeah, you said a lot of words.
Yeah, it's like, can I shoot weddings with it? Sweet.
Cool.
Okay.
Fine, I'm buying one.
Can I do photo and video? Sweet. I just need 4K 60. Can I do that? Yep. Awesome.
The menu button is 0.6 inches higher than it should be on the screen.
And it's all this stuff too. Like, I wish like that cracked Nitro Deck controller I have for my Switch.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, yeah, I wish that the buttons were the same instead of like down below. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's like,
elbows too pointy here, my guy.
just because you have an issue with that. Like, I hate reviewers. Like, I want someone to say, hey, this is a camera. These are the pictures I took with it. These were my settings.
I enjoyed it. Buy one using my link if you're interested.
Yeah, and especially when they're like, they have no say on the video. They don't get to see it before I post it. They just wanted me to have the unit so I could give my honest opinions. Those I'll watch.
Yeah. Fair.
Those are fair, but like, I honestly hate reviewers. I hate it so much.
So you want to review something?
Absolutely. No, I'm going to review those reviewers. They're all trash. 0 out of 10.
Are we just going to become a reaction channel now? We're just going to reviewing videos? I'm in. Let's do it. Second channel. Here we come.
Dude, I'm down. Episode 1 next week.
Yeah, dude. I mean, back to the original topic about things getting leaked, whether intentional or not. I mean, damn well the more we get closer to a big something, the more air quote leaks are going to come out.
Yeah.
Because it's actual just information that they legitimately have like given out to business partners or like, publicists or blah, 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 blah. Some other important role that like it just makes its way through the grapevine. Like, oh, my friend, he's a journalist. He wrote this article on an iPhone 16 and he said it's got a button on the side. And they're like, a side action button confirmed. And it's like,
right.
Well, all right, buddy, chill. It's like not that big of a fucking deal.
Like, yeah, I don't care that much.
Yeah, you're getting a little upset over a button on your phone a little bit like harder than I think you should. So like maybe pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't overhype stuff because then people won't buy it. Just give honest opinions. Speaking of, I honestly don't know where I was going with that.
Probably in the right direction.
No, it definitely wasn't because I have immediately lost my train of thought.
Dead end street.
Yep. It was there. I had a statement to say and now it's fleeting.
Okay, well, while you think of that,
Yes.
I have one more topic.
Of course.
I was talking to Reed today.
Yeah.
For any new listeners and my 6-year-old, we were having very deep conversations. And
I
he was
so ready for this.
Yeah, he was talking about how many people are in the world.
Okay.
Okay. And I told him, I was like, it's like 7 billion something, right?
Yep.
And then the conversation, I mean, it was not important there, but my thought afterwards was, so like Taylor and I watch a lot of shows where, what's the guy's name? Where they like go and explore and like the Amazon and they're like traveling from point A to point B and like they see all these crazy animals and like stuff like that. But then they run into like tribes of people.
Oh, those shows. Okay. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And it's like, okay, you got this whole tribe living out here. Somehow they have like Adidas shirts and like and one basketball shorts. And, they're catching monkeys with bow and arrows for dinner. And it's like,
right.
Okay, so I thought about it, and it's the super weird tangent, but I'm like, okay.
The rabbit hole. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, but there's 7 billion people in the world, but like, in the U.S., a lot of times they send out like those census packets, right? And you fill in information, how many people in your household or whatever, or like you register to vote. It's like, that's a way of telling you're a person, right? Like you're, like, they don't just have like a community mailbox in the middle of the Amazon where these people are getting like census things. So like,
are you saying that there's more or less, or how did they end up with the Nike shirts?
Yeah, how did they like? Oh, we sent like 48 Adidas shirts down there last year. There's definitely at least 48. We'll add that to the total for you know what I mean. So I'm like, okay, how do you know? Like, is there more people? Is there less? I mean, these people aren't accounted for, right? Like how? I don't understand. I don't know how that would work.
Great point. I think, in my unscientific opinion, I think you're onto something here. There probably is quite a few thousands of people, maybe. I mean, some of those tribes, they have never had human contact in 60 plus years or whatever. I mean, they may have a couple 100,000 people, whatever. So I mean, that could sway the number depending on how many of those unknown tribes still exist.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have 20 or 30 communities in like the Amazon, for example,
Right.
people who live out there, but like they're not connected to like paying taxes or like a mailbox or a physical address. They don't have a PO box,
or like some sort of identification number, whatever
Right.
your country uses.
So like,
Yeah.
how do they track? So maybe the government's like, yeah, there's probably about 3,000. We'll just adjust for
you could do some quick maths. I mean, if you can like maybe fly over that and just get a like quick head count and just extrapolate like whatever their their square footage coverage is, like they may have.
Oh, there's 10 huts down there. Well,
Yeah,
is at least maybe 2 per, 3 per 30.
Maybe who knows? Maybe they're super large family huts and there's like 4 families living
So
in there.
instead of like going there and being like, hey guys, my name's Phil. I'm from the census office.
got a clipboard and a pencil, you just take a tally mark.
It's like, I just wanted to see how many of you are here. 38. Great. Thank you guys. They're just flying. They have like drones flying over. Like, how many do you copy? 48. Good. Thanks. Make contact? No, don't do that.
Yeah,
Zooms past. Like,
I don't know, man, but I can tell you where they're getting those Adidas shirts and Nike shorts.
oh,
So
it's not Phil from the census office, right?
it's probably. I mean, he might be on the plane that's dropping those crates over in those.
Is that
those
what they
places.
do?
Well, I don't know exactly, but so for example, right? What's the super big sports ball game that you can't say the name of that happens once a year with the brown ball with the points on the end?
Right.
Right, that one. So they always have like the T-shirts of the losing team printed up before
to
the
see
game.
who wins, so they have shirts.
They don't.
made after.
Yeah, so they have shirts made for every like both teams. So for real, that really does happen. They box up all the shit that they don't sell because that team didn't win, and they ship that shit off overseas, dude.
So you have a whole colony of people who are like, yeah, the Jets won the Uber Bowls.
Yeah,
and then it's like, wait a minute,
Yep.
but the Chiefs won.
Yeah, exactly. So
Spreading misinformation through T-shirts.
that's America for you. if that ain't the truth,
That's
I don't
the
know
most American thing I've ever heard of in my entire life, I think.
Honestly, agreed. But yeah, no, I do know that is actual facts. You can look
They're
that
setting
up.
that out with like the next day donuts from like Krispy Kreme or something like that.
No,
We can't sell these
capitalism-
tomorrow, so
No. I wish we gave out food that we didn't sell, but instead we throw it in the trash because
all the food that our parents when we were younger were like,
Yep.
don't waste your food. There's a child in Africa who's starving.
yeah, but Krispy Kreme's allowed to throw away 18 trillion donuts a day because they don't sell. But heaven forbid we give them to food banks and food shelters. But that's a topic for another day. Socialism is
Maybe
bad.
the Midwest Sad Boys should start like a movement.
Socialism is bad. Do you hear? Everybody gets everything for free. That's not how it works. I'm being cynical.
Do you like salt trucks that salt the road so you don't slip and die in your car on the way to work in the winter? Socialism.
Damn. Wild concept.
Get
isn't
wrecked
it?
or don't because there was salt trucks
Public
out.
services provided by the government. Weird concepts.
Dude, I don't
If
understand.
we just work on the healthcare thing, I think we'd be kind of in better shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have more than a concept of an idea of a concept.
Oh man,
That's going to go over a lot of people's heads. And that's fine.
What a good one.
You like that?
I did enjoy that.
Oh,
so
that felt
I
good.
do have something. It's not related, but it's a perfect time to bring it up.
I love it.
Did you hear of the most recent controversy over at Blizzard?
I sure haven't.
So, for those who do not know what World of Warcraft is, it is an MMORPG. You want to explain to fans what that is?
What is it? Massive multiplayer online role-playing game?
Nicely done,
Yep.
sir. Fact, that's your word of the day, MMORPG.
Yeah, there you go. Word of the
So,
day.
WoW is a large-scale multiplayer role-playing game. It's been around for 20 years now.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy? This game has been around for 20 years. So recently they just dropped the new expansion called World of Warcraft: The War Within. It actually looked really cool. The last expansion they did, Dragonflight, obviously introduced some pretty cool dragons. So the last two expansions have gone over very well with the community. And with the launch of the most recent one, words are so hard, y'all.
Dude, they're difficult.
They are very hard to put in order.
Third Mondays, man, I'll tell you.
So the most recent launch, there was a bug reported in beta testing. Hey, we are experiencing items getting deleted. And Blizzard was like, we'll work on it. Don't worry. LOL. Won't happen again.
Happened again, didn't it?
Oh, well, it happened again multiple times and large scale. So again, let me remind you, this game has been around for 20 years. There are some players who have been playing this game since day one. And you can make guilds, there's different characters that you can all play, and everybody teams up, and you go make these big fights. You can take down the big bosses. So it's a very heavily community-based
And there's
game.
a lot of items that you can get that are very rare drops, like, 1%
1% chance. Yep.
So like... Yeah, so continue.
There are also time-based events, obviously like, oh, it's our 5-year anniversary. It's our 10-year anniversary. It's our 15-year.
You can get these specific items because of that, and you'll never see them again kind of thing.
Yeah, right? It's only, if you log in on our birthday, our 5th-year anniversary, you get this special mount that your character can get on and ride around, right? So where I'm getting at with this is, again, the 20th year is this year, and their new expansion just comes out, and everybody was reporting this bug on the beta. Hey, our fucking guild bank is getting deleted.
Oh.
Yeah. And Blizzard goes, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. And then they air quote fixed it. And they were like, sorry, there's nothing we can fix. So 20 years of in-game progress. Some of these people are losing, and rightfully so. They are uber pissed at Blizzard. Could you imagine, folks, I know video game terms don't really mean a lot to non-video game players, but think of it as just close your eyes and think back to 2004. Everything that you have collected in your home, in your life, your vehicles, clothes, shoes, guitars, lights, carpets, fucking just everything that you've collected 20 years just fucking vanishes.
Yeah, think about it at the bank. That you have a savings account there for 20 years. You've been putting money in. It's been accruing interest. And then one day it's just gone. And like,
sorry,
damn, dude,
LOL.
There was a bug.
Now, we
I mean?
understand that it is nothing but virtual items, but this game costs real money. It has a monthly subscription.
Hours and hours and hours of time.
Let's do some quick maths, shall we? Where's my calculator?
Can you still pay for the game with gold and stuff that you earn?
You can. That is correct.
I remember when that was announced or something.
The WoW tokens,
a long time ago. And I thought that was really cool that you could pay for your game by earning stuff in the game.
Yes, the game has a $15 monthly subscription, real life dollars subscription to play this game. And I was actually about to do some math. So let's see, $15 times 12 months shakes out to $180 a year. If you pay for the full year up front, it's a little cheaper, but we're just going to do basic math here. Times 20. So there are some folks who have invested $3,600 into this game.
Not to mention people who might spend money on, in-game currency to get some items.
Additional cosmetics, mounts, and again...
You always get me on cosmetics.
They are digital goods, so you know that you're not physically owning a thing. But, that's real money that
it's
you
like an
work
NFT.
For. True, but, way less annoying. But
it's the future. Calm down, Gary V.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, brother.
Hey, I don't want to buy the picture of a monkey.
I don't want V friends, okay? Knock it off, man.
But for real, imagine you spending your hard-earned money, right? You're listening to this podcast at work. You are earning a wage, and at the end of the day, you've had an absolute fucking shit-ass day at work. Dude, I just want to go home. I want to sit down on my computer. I want to log into WoW. I want to chat with my bros. I want to raid with my guild buddies. And you know what? This is my relax. And then you fucking turn your computer on, you launch the game, and your shit is just fucking gone? Brother, everyone has a right to be upset.
Yep.
Like, that is crazy, dude.
See, Jim emphasized that with the hand megaphones, you know it's a big deal.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's wild. I can't imagine, like, getting on GTA, which I've been playing since 2015. So 9 years. I couldn't imagine if I go on there and it's like all the businesses that I've bought, all the vehicles, the yacht, everything is just gone. It's like, well, you're level, 400,
And that's
but
a free game too.
Yeah, free monthly game, but like a lot of times you put money into games.
No, of course.
Still, like, progress. Like, I have last time I checked, I had like 63 days in that game or something.
Dude,
which is
hours
stupid. Like,
in these games.
A lot of time. So
and then
that's
there's,
crazy.
Oh, well, it's just a video game. That's like just a hobby. Okay, but hear me out. There are, like I said, there's raids in this game, which is like super big sized end game bosses. It's usually like, it's the big bad guy of the story. You advance through the dungeon, you get to the final boss. You got to get all 25 of your guild mates. You guys got to get all your gear. You got to make sure you're doing your abilities in the right order to do the most damage before the boss kills your team, right? And then you got to try again. Mm-hmm. Imagine that, and this is a crazy thought, but like, esports is just, it's so fucking cool. But like, imagine that's your job, right? You wake up, you get online, and there's a big company, everybody sells chairs and t-shirts and posters and this, that, and your job is to wake up and play World of Warcraft. And your job is to learn how to play your character to the best of your abilities, and this is what you are paid as a job to do. Your whole team, right? You guys been working all fucking year for this. We're gearing up, we're getting ready. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna do it. And then you wake up and literally all your money in game, your clothes that your character was wearing, fucking gone, dude.
And what? Like, what's wild to me is like, there has to be a digital record of what, a most recent.
But could you imagine the size of that sort of like repository of information?
Yeah, but that's what you do whenever you're
20 years.
Yeah, you've had 20 years to get that right.
You're right.
They should, like, dude, when I had a complaint with Grand Theft Auto, right?
Right.
I for some reason, one of my cars, which like in game is like $4 million, a flying car, the Deluxo, it was just gone. And I was like, what happened? And they're like, I had a message with GTA and everything, like an email thread. And it took forever. And then they're finally like, oh, yeah, we see that you had it at this location. This happened. You had it at this point in the game. And then, we see what happened. We don't know, but we're going to
put it back.
We're going to fund your account X amount of money so you could buy another one.
Yeah.
Great. So, like, there is a record.
Yes.
Yes, we're talking 20 years. That's crazy. But, like, there has to be, like, what your inventory was, what your money was at the last, like your cloud
save,
backup, your last save. You know what I mean? Like midnight rolls around and like, okay, or even like Destiny, we're going to roll it back to the last weekly reset.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? Like there has to be a solution.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like you're saying, like some sort of save progress. Yeah. You know what? I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. And the article that I was reading, there were folks that were saying like, oh, you would think this, that, and that. But yeah, dude, like just being able, hey, we saw your progress a month ago. We had our records updated a month ago before the game came out, the new expansion. Sorry about your last month's progress, but it's better than 20 years progress, ?
People would still be mad, but
it's better than 0, which is what the people are currently getting.
Well, dude, and like it blows my mind too, because like Destiny has had issues like that where it's like, oh, people are losing items or people are losing seasonal rank or they're losing this. And then it's like, we're going to resolve the issue by next week's update.
Yeah.
Tuesday rolls around, they roll the update out, everything's good. And it's like, okay, if a company like Bungie, who, let's be honest, they make a lot of really bad decisions lately. If they can do it,
right.
Blizzard has zero excuses.
Fair.
I know there's a much larger player count on there and probably a lot more items and stuff, but like still, if Bungie can do it, anybody can do it.
Fair point.
Somebody with a server in a shed in their mom's backyard can probably do it. Like
that's the problem. That is where Blizzard hosts their servers, in the shed.
Right.
And someone probably cut the power on accident or like forgot to put gas in the generator.
Did you guys pay the bill for the backup? No?
They had to grow a new potato to plug it into.
It's just a bunch of cables into potatoes.
So that was my topic. We were off air before the episode started. We were talking about video games, and that was just like, oh, I need to talk about this. But what was you were talking about some video game thing earlier today? Wish Pokemon?
Oh, yeah, Palworld.
Oh, yeah, right.
Pokemon.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, so Nintendo is suing them for basically like infringing on intellectual property. And I have a very mixed feeling on it. So I know that Nintendo, like they've got Nintendo money, right?
Well, yeah.
So
they got Mario money.
They can pay for good lawyers. Palworld, they do not, right? So Nintendo's probably going to win. And I've seen some of the ones that they're saying are like infringing on property, and it's like, okay, I see it, but like, remember Dragon Quest?
Yeah, right.
And then everyone's like, what do you mean Dragon Quest? And it's like, oh, you mean like all of these designs that look very similar to Pokemon designs
before Pokemon was a thing?
Right, before it was like mainstream, so like it happens.
And it came out 10 years before.
Yeah.
Because there's this image here that says, Nintendo, stop copying us. And then it's like, wait, Nintendo totally just copied Dragon Quest.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I feel like Palworld, I mean, if they lose this lawsuit, I mean, that game's not going to be around.
It's crazy when you like break them down by individual Pokemon and you see this and you're like, damn, the coughing one, holy shit, bro. And then the Ghastly is also just the same.
Yeah, dude, like the Aerodactyl ones too.
Yep. Crazy.
There's so many that are like,
they're blatant copies. I'm not really sure I support the rabbit with a horn being a Nidoran, but same, but different.
Yeah.
But the Caterpie one, bro, that's baiting.
Yeah, so it's interesting, but I mean, I feel like Nintendo's going to win that one.
Yeah, sadly.
So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what happens with that? I mean, I don't think they'll give, maybe Palworld will have a chance to change those designs. So it's not, because I mean, the game concept in overall is different. Like these things have guns.
Yeah, right.
Like, it is. What's to say? Like, it's not infringing if it's 10% different or something.
I would say Pokemon getting guns is pretty fucking different.
That's at least 11%, if you ask me. So, like,
I had read an article that one of the patents that they were air quote claiming was being infringed on was that Palworld uses capture spheres.
Yeah.
And in Pokemon, you use a Pokeball.
Yeah.
So because sphere is also ball, you're copying us, and we're going to sue you for $18 bajillion. Come the fuck on.
But that's the thing, like,
come the fuck on.
It's gonna happen. Remember when was it iPhone? Apple got sued, or they sued Android? One of them, because it was a swipe to unlock.
Is that why Android had like the weird passcode thing?
Well, then you had to swipe. They had to swipe up. They changed it, so they had to swipe up, so there was no more swipe to unlock.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, let me. It was something along those lines. Let me be very.
That's crazy. I did not know that. You mean to tell me that you can patent a fucking gesture with your thumb?
Yes.
So then Apple, are you guys going to go take on the guys who invented thumb wrestling? Because look at all of the swipes I'm doing while thumb wrestling right now. Like, come on now.
Here we go. The Google AI overview.
Oh.
There have been multiple lawsuits involving the swipe to unlock feature, including the main one, Apple versus Samsung. Apple won a $120 million patent infringement case against Samsung in 2017 for infringing on Apple's slide to unlock patent and another patent for quick links software. The case was originally decided in 2014, but went through several appeals courts before the Supreme Court declined to hear an appeal. And then Neonode versus Samsung. Same thing. Apple versus HTC. They did the same thing.
Wow. Man, it's almost like competition breeds, new stuff, but instead we just get all sue happy.
Oh, but there's another one. It says a patent troll called ZeroClick filed a lawsuit against Apple back in 2015, claiming that a pair of patents from 2001 and 2010 protected the concept behind slide to unlock. There were again reversals on this one. Apple managing to get the case dismissed before it was revived in 2018, and Apple once more won. So yeah,
damn,
you could literally patent anything, like a concept of doing something. Like this is mine. I'm patenting it.
What? So why don't we patent something and see if we can cash in on it in like 10 years? What do you want? What do you want to? Hey, everybody out in podcast land, give us your ideas for patents, and then when we hit millions of dollars in our lawsuits, we'll definitely give you kickbacks for those patents that we did not steal from you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Patents
elbow,
cost
elbow.
a lot of money, though.
Oh, bummer. Does anyone want to crowdfund a patent?
Hey, the patent office. Do you want to?
You want to do a sponsorship?
You want to do a sponsorship, and we'll get people to get patents, but we want like 50%. It's like Shark Tank.
Yeah, I want 20% at 80,000 invested or whatever they say on that show.
I'm not investing anything.
No, I don't have. I
want you to pay me to invest your money, and then I get 50% of it, just for doing the work.
I got the check-ins. I got the savings. It's BOIS on the check.
I'm gonna pull a Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary, and I'm gonna do a. Oh dang it! Why is it
fleeting? Words are hard.
Not a royalty. Dang! I just the whole thing is gone.
Damn.
Dang.
Not a royalty, huh? Kickback?
No. What's the word?
Stipend?
No. What's the word? Oh my gosh. I watched so many episodes of Shark Tank. Somebody out there listening to this is probably just yelling the word at me right now. And I can't for the life of me.
Is it like another word for investing? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, it's hold on. You know what? I'm determined to find it now.
The second we turn this episode off and we're gonna be like, all right, everybody stay sad, y'all. Bye. Click. It's this word. If we hadn't have looked it up. That is assuming that you do find it.
We'll see what happens.
All right, time's up. So,
dang.
I'm telling you guys, as soon as we turn this episode off, he's just gonna scream.
I am. It's gonna be. Damn.
Damn. What else?
It is royalty deals. Hey, I was right,
motherfucker.
There was a thing from it was, what was it like?
Motherfucker.
Quora, Quora, and it's like, why does Kevin O'Leary like to offer royalty deals? There it is. I was right. We just wanted to hear Jim sing the Jeopardy.
Theme song.
Yeah.
I have. You know what? I have one note here that is actually sort of related to video games.
Let's do it.
And this one's been on my notepad for quite a while. Have you ever been a part of a game where they offer you something for like one of whatever the in-game currency is, so that point forward you perpetually only have, like a double digit of 99 or a single digit of 9, where everything usually ends in a 0 number for whatever their currency is.
Oh,
so right. So you can if you're an Overwatch player, right? $5 gets you 700 Overwatch coins. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, usually like at one point of the year, they'll be like, "Ooh, would you like to buy this super cool skin for one credit?" And you're like, "Absolutely, I'd love this cool skin that was at 1.600 credits for 1 credit now. This was definitely not intentional on your part." And then you buy it. And then another super cool skin comes out. And granted, yes, it's real money. You know what you're signing up for. We just covered that. But let's say you have some expendable income and you're like, "Oh, I'd love to get this really cool cosmetic for this character that I play very often." Oh, it's 700 coins. Well, now I only have 699. And you can't just buy one. You have to buy whatever the smallest pack is. And usually it's $5 or $10, $15. And now they've got you for 15 when you only needed 1.
Yep. That happened on Destiny a lot, where it's like, okay, I want to get this really cool, like seasonal skin. Like they did like a God of War themed one or an Assassin's Creed themed one where you can get like, for your guardian, you can have like a themed one. And it's like, okay, they cost 1,200. silver,
Stardust or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1,200 silver, but like $10 is 1,000.
Yeah.
So you have to get at least a $10 and then a $5 one. So you have to spend 15. But like, man, for $5 more, you get double plus
if you buy 20, we'll give you a bonus 10%.
Dude, that's literally like the Apple pricing thing. Have you ever heard about that? Like how well they have like laid this out?
I think we've covered it before, but refresh me.
So MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee.
He's in some hot water. Now that you bring that up, we'll circle back to that.
Cool.
Synergize.
I love synergizing. But he did a whole thing on it where it's like, okay, the base Apple iPad is $329, comes with 64 gigs of RAM.
Right.
Not RAM, storage. The next level up, if you want double storage, is this price, right? But for only $50 more, you could move up to the iPad Air, but it has lower storage.
Yep. So then the cycle
for
starts
$100 more, you could get more storage. And then it just keeps leveling up. And it's like, yes, there is more value in it, but you get somebody who was trying to spend $329 to spend $550.
Yep. You've got them.
And that's how they do it. And it's crazy. So, okay, why is he in hot water?
So I believe what you're referring to is it's what some people would call a sunken cost fallacy, where at this point you're invested no matter what, so you might as well stick it out and just see it to the end. But Marquise recently dropped an app for the new iOS 18 that allows you to get like super dope app icons and backgrounds that are sort of like all collected and they look cool. And a theme is the word I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Brain, for thinking of that. His app is $50 and it didn't even work when it first dropped. People were like, all right, it's like, well, I shouldn't have to pay for something that like was free to begin with. 2, why is it so much? And 3, I paid you, it doesn't work. Why? And then also it was asking for like tons of admin purposes or like rights on your phone to like track your location and shit like that. And like people are not happy at Mr. Marquise.
Well, I mean, he probably helped develop it, but he didn't.
Oh no, it's his app. Like, well, not him,
but he didn't like write the code.
No. But like it's hey, this is MKHB. This is my app, whatever it's called. I don't remember, but like, it's like his company, his brand partnered with this app developer, whatever, to put this thing out. And it did not go over very well with the public.
I wonder if he's going to say something about it.
I believe there has been a couple of tweets. So, of course, we will, as usual, be 1 week behind the trends as we record a week in advance. So if this information is old or outdated, by the time you're hearing this, I'm sorry. But as the time of recording on 25th, this is what I know. So yeah, he drops this app, $50. It doesn't work. It asks for all these like admin permissions on your phone. And then someone found one of his old tweets from like, I want to say like 2014 or something like that. And it was golden rule number 1, never charge for something that was free to begin with. And
it's $49.99 per year.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's even
did
worse.
I leave out the per year part? My apologies. Oh, yeah.
So,
per year.
So he says he's going to address the user's concerns about pricing and excessive data disclosures.
Yep.
Revealed the new app as part of iPhone 16 review.
Mm-hmm.
Part of building in public is getting a mass feedback immediately, which is pretty dope. Almost exactly like publishing a YouTube video. What else did he say here? We're fixing the excessive data disclosures. Hold on, it's making me open X to read it.
Of course, yeah.
Fixing excessive data disclosures, as people rightfully brought up. For transparency, we'd never actually ask for your location, internet history, etc. The data disclosures that everyone was screenshotting is likely too broad and largely driven by what the network suggests. Working to fix that ASAP.
What does it even mean? Like what? Hold on. You just said a lot. Not
think,
you, but Mr. Marquez.
Yeah,
you just said a lot of words. What the fuck does that mean?
I
don't speak enough tech to understand what you just said. So like, I feel like you're lying.
What the ad networks suggest, and it's ads. So I'm assuming it's like. I would assume it's like when they build it and they want it to be marketed, like it's asking for this information so they can then market it to more people. I don't know. As far as pricing, I hear you. It's our own personal challenge to work to deliver that kind of value for the premium version. Weekly Friday drops are already starting. I'll also be dialing back ad frequency for the free experience. Much more to come. I appreciate you all. So, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't say that he's like wrong. He's just in some hot water because he dropped an app and people were not happy about it. But it does sound like he's trying to attempt to fix it, but also trying to not attempt to not fix it.
Someone said, bro, your innovation that you brought to market was a wallpaper app.
Yep.
A wallpaper app.
Yeah.
LMAO, a wallpaper app. And he said, dog, the target market for this is insanely small. Most people don't download a wallpaper app. This is for those who have been asking. If you're not into it, don't worry about it. And what's funny...
But we're going to charge it in just in case.
So, I mean, the only way I could see him charging for it is like, okay, are they designing these things? Like, is his team designing all of these wallpapers in-house, not being AI generated? Like, they have designers in-house specifically researching and designing these things to make them appealing. Because in his videos, to be fair, he's got some killer wallpapers. So, like,
I believe they are in-house.
And people always ask, like, where can I get that and stuff? So I understand where he's coming from, but $50.
Yeah, it's a little pricey, isn't
I'd
it?
be like, hey man, $15 a year, and you have access to all of these high-res wallpapers that we develop
with complimentary app icons.
Yeah,
and
new
color
ones weekly
schemes.
and stuff. Like, you probably could have hit a much larger market because, I mean, wallpaper apps, especially when you had like a Android phone, like those were a thing. Zedge, where you could get like your ringtones, your text message tones, your callback tone, all those things.
I was a phone zoo kid.
Yeah, so same thing. So like, if you're paying $10 a year for one that you can trust, I guess, because it's from one of the biggest name in tech reviewing, right?
It's not malware. It's not riddled with Trojans.
Some random, like app from a different country that's just funneling information.
Yup.
Like, okay, then I could see the value there. $10 a year, that's not really a lot at all.
Fair.
To be
Less
able to
than
have
$1 a month.
Yeah, to have that extra like creativity to customize your phone and enjoy the experience and have some of the same ones that MKBHD has.
Yeah, one of your favorite content creators.
And doing that supports those artists who are making them. It's like, that makes so much sense.
Agreed.
$50 a year
for some fucking wallpapers for your phone, dude. That's crazy.
Really hefty. Like, dude, someone's just going to find that wallpaper, screenshot it, and throw it on Google.
Yeah, right. Yeah, here's a Dropbox of all the... I did a 7-day free trial. I downloaded everything, and then I canceled my free trial. Here's the Dropbox. Send me $1.
And apparently that's the paid version. So there is a free version.
With ads. So you download one picture, you got to watch an ad. You download an app icon, you got to watch an ad. You download an app icon, you got to watch an ad.
I mean... But I mean, it's for a certain person. He's right.
Right.
Like, certain people care about that. Like, I have my always on display on usually, and it's just low power mode, and it just shows a blank screen. I literally have a wrestling thing. Like,
I don't think Megan would want me to talk about what my phone background is.
Right, but so most people have a picture of their significant other or their dog or their family.
Yeah, I got me and Megan.
So like, it's not for everybody. So I get what he's saying, but that's still a really hefty price tag.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, that's how your boy ended up in some hot water these days. What were we talking about before that?
I don't know.
Video games offering something for 1 credit.
Oh, yeah.
What were we talking about there?
I don't know.
You were talking about...
I was talking about Destiny.
We really dug down that hole, and now I forget.
Guys, we're so far in the rabbit hole right now. We're in the adjacent rabbit hole, and there's a whole family. And
yeah, I forgot where we
we're
were.
gonna climb out right now and say thank you so much for checking out episode 72. I hope you guys liked our third rebrand.
Yeah, and we didn't even like announce this one. We just did it because Jason's the fucking man, and he spent all night working on it. Well, you guys will hear it last week, but last night he spent all night working on it for 71's release, and honestly, bro, it looks fucking sick. Thanks for doing all that hard work when you get to stay at home all fucking day while I'm at my real job. And this is your real job. That's not a
No, I know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, some people have to go to work 5 days a week.
Yep.
And then there are times where I just work 10 hours a day, like for one day.
Yep.
And then I spend like 3 hours editing every day for a week and a half.
Man, sounds so hard.
It's just a different skill set. That's all. And, I got a lot of hand tattoos, so I forced myself to be self-employed.
Yep.
And honestly,
working out.
I love it. I don't care. Get more hand tattoos, everybody.
He's not going to brag, but I'll humble brag. Homeboy signed his first retainer the other day, so woot woot. Let's go. Get it. First one's always, you never forget your first one. The first one's always the hardest one to get, but after that, dude, this is when the door opens and we're in like fucking Flim, dude. Now we just got to get the business account. We start writing shit off, commit some fucking tax fraud.
No tax fraud.
In GTA 6.
Yeah, GTA 6. What if you could do? What if you have to pay taxes in GTA 6?
Oh fuck no! I'm out. I'll uninstall the game.
You get like a text, and it's like, hey man, it's the IRS. Did you claim the money from all the prostitutes that you killed after sleeping with them? We account for about $83,000 of missed income.
Yeah, you commit a couple of heists, and then you go to the ATM and make a deposit, and they're like, "Where'd the $600 come from? You got to where's your 1099 for that $600 you deposited?"
You deposited $601. Where'd you get that $600 from? Did you got a 1099?
Anything over 10,000 causes a CTR, so don't structure your deposits, folks. That's literally illegal. Do not do that in GTA 6 or real life.
Yeah, definitely.
Do not do that.
Dude, GTA 5, I mean, it's like, oh, we just did a heist. I got $130,000 deposit. Good old Maze Bank. They turn the other cheek, man. They're like,
no, we don't care. Hey.
How much money? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so we're going to commit tax fraud here at Midwest Creative Studios.
No, we're not. No tax fraud. No, zero tax frauds. I pay all my taxes on time.
He does. I do too. I file a TurboTax every year. I pay my taxes, unlike some folks. We talked about.
I use TurboTax too.
Yeah, dude. It's like, honestly, why do I have to pay money to use TurboTax? Like, just fucking let me do it for free. Like, I can go to the weird, sketchy ass government site and do it for free, but like, it just looks so shady.
Dude, they get you every year. It's like, hey, you could file, this
for free.
Your basic for free.
File for free, and then you do the whole fucking thing, and you're an hour into it. Here's the sunken cost fallacy, right? You're an hour into it, and they're like, oh, your tax return is going to be $1,200. Press here to file now, and then you click here to file now, and it's like, give us $100, or you can pound salt and go fucking do it again. You're like, fuck, bro. I guess just take it out of my return.
And they get you too, because it's like, okay, perfect. It's $49. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. But for $149, you have protection if you ever get audited. Oh, well, shit. What if I do get audited?
Nah, fuck that.
It's like, I'm not doing anything sketchy.
Yeah. You're the ones filing the paperwork. Are you doing anything sketchy? Dude, and I just copied the number off my W-2.
I will say this until I am blue in the face. You know how much money, I guess for me being my own business owner, you don't know how much money I make. So I have to report that. But for a job, like a regular 9 to 5.
Yes.
Right. Where they have software, they know how much that the businesses are like
me. I get a W-2 every year.
Yeah. We put up that much money. Here's a W-2. We paid you this much money. You know how much money I've made. You should know, hey, we owe you this much, or hey, we're gonna send you this much money. Why do we have to log in, pay money, send you something
to do math?
Just for you to be like, yeah, that's auto accepted. It's fine.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for paying your taxes.
What kind of kickback are you getting from TurboTax and H&R Block?
It's fucking disgusting.
It's crazy.
Disgusting.
All that to say, thank you, government. Don't look into us. We got nothing to hide.
We're definitely not committing
Stop
tax.
That. No.
I did nothing wrong.
No, I mean, money laundry.
Yeah, we're just cleaning money. It's dirty.
Yeah,
just dirty
money is so dirty. That's why you don't put it in
dude.
your mouth. Like you don't put your hands in your mouth after.
When I used to get off work, when I was a teller, dude, my fingers were fucking gross.
Dude, remember my 3 months as a teller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty.
The gross feeling on your hands.
Boob money is disgusting. Shame on you people out there.
They're like, oh, hold on.
Yeah, I was just out mowing the lawn and now I'm here depositing cash. It's like, oh, your money is soaking wet from your tits. Thanks. Really appreciate that. Gross. I used to literally clip my bills with paper clips to my fan to like air them out because like you put that in your drawer and then your whole drawer smells like tits.
I can just imagine you having those like blowing on the fan and your boss walks by and like tit money again.
Yeah. Are they going to say something? They know better.
I mean, I know what it's like. Like I've had like, I have like $5 or $6. I put it in my pocket.
Yeah. And it gets moist.
I'm a big man, right? Like I breathe and I'm sweating. So like end of the day, I take my money out of my pocket. And I'm like, oh, it's a little, let's unfold that.
A little soft.
Let's unfold that. And that's why you get the bills that are just like really soft.
Yeah.
Tissues.
They've gone through the washing machine a couple times.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, everybody. We're definitely not collecting, or we're definitely not committing tax fraud. I promise.
Stop saying tax fraud.
I said we're not committing tax fraud.
Spotify's going to send this to the government.
Yeah, right. Spotify rats us out. Our phones are like, these ones right here, guys.
These ones right here.
For real though, thanks for being here, everybody. One last posture check before we go. Get a quick stretch in. If you're driving, sit up. Keep your eyes on the road. If you're sitting at your desk, get a little drinky drink real quick. Use code SADBOYS at checkout, w.gg. Save 10% off your order. Drink more water. Feel better, I promise you. And with that being said, what's the music outro this time?
Ooh, yeah. By the way, the music at the end of the last episode 71, that was all made from one sample.
Oh, from the laser sounds.
Yeah. So
you played that last week?
Yeah.
That was that. Okay, sick.
Yeah. So when you heard Jim go pew. Yeah, that from the episode that you watched and listened to, I made that entire track, minus the drums. I put drums there, but every other sound you heard was Jim's voice, sampled.
Maybe I am a robot, folks.
Maybe into a little house dubstep style track. So
again, I ask, what's this week's music?
Oh, I don't know, dude. We're gonna let's flip it up. Bluegrass.
I'm here for it.
Ready?
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm always ready.
Dude, I feel like I'm in the back country right now.
If you hear two banjos, you better start running. I've heard that saying many times, and I legitimately have no idea what it means. But then when I say it, people laugh at it. And I'm not in on my own joke.
I just want to know, like, if someone's walking, they hear a banjo, like, oh, nice. And they hear a second one, they're like,
what? Yeah. What does that mean? Why do I have to start running? I mean, I'm probably going to start running. If you ever see me running, you should probably run in the same direction because I don't run from anything except for like large Godzilla monsters and dueling banjos, I think. I run from a lot of things except my problems. I don't run away from those.
No, you just tuck those down and keep an eye on them.
Yeah, until you explode. What?
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Episode 72, midweek Sad Boy update.
Nailed it.
Oh, felt so good. It felt right in my soul.
It felt good here.
Yeah. So I have been Jason.
As always, I'm Jim.
And thank you again. If you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe, do all the things that seem positive. If it seems like a thing that might hurt the podcast, just, quit.
Do it anyway, pussy. Engagement's engagement. Yeah, that's right. I said it.
Do it.
Fucking do it. Push the button. Push the button.
Subscribe and then write us a review. But thank you again. All that to be said, we appreciate everybody. We will see you next week for episode 73 of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast.
Nailed it.
Words. Damn.
First try.
So close.
For real, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you next week.
Bye. Wow.
How about we stay sad, y'all?
Oh. I just didn't want to stay sad this time.
Damn, you cut me off my own catchphrase.
I didn't want to stay sad.
Damn. Stay sad, y'all. Bye. Bye, everybody. Later.
Banjos.